So, not sure what happened there. It seems like the stream just restarted. So yeah, so I think the first little part that we were streaming has stopped and restarted looking at my frames encoded from XSplit. So I guess this will be the the recording that we put up to YouTube. So I will start again that we do have Flamga versus DevilzAngel. Flamga is playing random, and he is walling off hard at the moment as this probe did see the Zerglings coming in, so Flamga is playing random, did spawn random toss, did go for that forge, fast expand and is just getting that down now. Meanwhile, we did have DevilzAngel start with a regular size, not regular timing on the pull. Didn't get gas for some time, if we note here, he's only got 40 gas, and did actually get this third location first. If we go to the cam of Flamga, he doesn't know either of the bases exist at the moment. So DevilzAngel opting for more of an economic, I guess it's a bit risky in the sense that it is an early double expand, but when you have this forge fast expand from Flamga, he does feel a little bit safer knowing that there is going to be no early pressure from the Protoss. And a nice vision from Carlo, or I should say DevilzAngel. They do both share one tower each. And let me get the stream and everything replaying. I'm not sure what caused it to issue. Let me just check with the chat. So we may be having some technical issues on my end. Hopefully it was just a temporary lapse in the stream. We'll wait for confirmation from the chat. And I guess notable to look now, we do have both gases being taken. Still only on 2 gas. He does have a robo coming down just here. So interesting to see how he plays this out, whether he goes for that Colossi tech. If we look, he has been able to scout actually for a significant amount of time. These Lings will now take care of this probe. But Flamga actually doesn't. Oh, okay. Well, you would know because there was creep. He did see the creep, so he would know that there is a third up now. And he's getting his own observer. And we do have the Roach one going down. So DevilzAngel more than likely just waiting on the Roach Warren to pop, or to start that after Flamga had his probe taken care of. Flamga doesn't know that the Roach Warren is coming down. If he did know that, we'd more than likely see Immortals en route. But it looks like we're going for Warp Prism, so I look forward to seeing this play. Might be having some harass. It's very common to warp in like 3 or 4 Zealots, drop them in, and then warp in another round. You can do quite a bit of damage if the Zerg army is out of position. Seems fine now. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm not sure why it dropped. I just noted that the XSplit did start again, so apologies for any kind of issues there. And Flamga now is confirming there is a third base. And DevilzAngel just having a bit of note. I guess we can look at the cam. DevilzAngel hasn't actually scouted in quite a long time. If he's paying attention here, he will be able to see this Warp Prism, which actually is quite a big deal. Looks like he might be able to get these Zealots as well, if he acts accordingly, but maybe waiting for that Queen. So it looks like we'll be getting a surround here. The Zealots more than likely will go down quite convincingly as it's a nice surround from the Zealots, and nice pop of the Roach timing there. And probably would have liked to have seen that Queen be microed back, so he kept it. It will mean that there will be no more lava injects at this location for some time, but has revealed that roaches are on the field. So as we can see, oh, well, there was an Immortal on the way. Did he cancel that? I think he cancelled the Immortal that was on the way. Interesting decision there. And I'm wondering to see when he's going to attack with this Warp Prism. But I guess he's just getting a few more gates up. I haven't seen that Colossi tech, so not opting for that. Maybe going for heavy gate play. He does have 1-0 upgrades, and it will be quite hard to, it depends how DevilzAngel, nice use of the terrain here. These Lings won't be able to get us around. These Stalkers will more than likely still take a lot of damage, and the drones now being pulled to deal with them, and I feel like these more than likely will get repelled, but he is losing quite a few drones. If you look at the drones lost count, only 4 actually, so not too bad. I'm impressed with DevilzAngel's hold there. Did lose another queen. And yeah, really, Flamga is just in control in the sense that DevilzAngel has been on the back foot the entire game. Hasn't really been able to apply any pressure. He has a few Lings at strategic locations, checking for when that third goes down. But we do have a Hydra Den going down, interestingly. And opting to kill the Forge, and is getting the secondary Forge back from there. But a Hydra Den is, I don't really see it that often in PvZ. He actually is doing this blindly in the sense that he hasn't scouted. He is looking like he's about to scout now, but he doesn't know if there's Colossi, tech, or anything on the field. So, interesting in his decision to get Hydras. But we'll wait and see how that pans out for him. And I'd like to see this Overseer scout pretty soon. Might have a bit of trouble getting through both of these cannons. But if he can get this intel here, it will be quite a big deal. It looks, I think that Ling, did that Ling check? He does know that there is a third coming down, so DevilzAngel will need to make sure he can apply some pressure in the near future, because 3v3 base is not ideal versus Protoss, and looks like we're going in for a War Prism drop. And I do like this. They will come in before the Spore Crawlers, so it doesn't appear that he can actually warp in there. Maybe it was a bit of a miss micro in the sense of it seemed like it was warping down on the low ground, and also DevilzAngel Scout was denied again. So I just want to check if he did actually get in the base. He hasn't actually been able to get in the base, so solid defense from Flamga. DevilzAngel still is in basically playing blind, and still is on 3 base. I'd like to see a 4th base come down pretty soon. He does have the minerals for it. Yeah, DevilzAngel is in gold. He doesn't play that often. I'm not sure how often he has played as of late. But he does feel a little bit rusty. And we may be seeing a push coming through from Flamga. Looks like he has got Colossi tech and is researching the thermal lances. So maybe waiting for that first Colossi to come out. It will be similar timing with level 2 upgrades, which would actually make quite a bit of difference, especially versus these Hydralisks. They will just roast. And I guess a notable thing is we do have 0 upgrades from DevilzAngel as well. He is getting the Roach, I'm not sure what it's called, Grooved Spines. But the upgrade count will make quite a big difference, but I don't think DevilzAngel wants to attack here. Needs to be careful. He is droning up behind it. Now he's going 8 Roaches in production, so I'm feeling like we will have an engagement pretty shortly, but you'd feel pretty confident with Flamga, as he does have the tech advantage in the sense that if he can make sure that he doesn't waste his Colossus and use his Immortals with him, he will be able to deal with this quite effectively, you'd feel. DevilzAngel is getting a spy himself. But again, 3 base versus 3 base. If we look at the worker count, 66 v 52, so Flamga ahead as well in the worker count. And the army value, pretty close. But again, like I said, a lot of investment in these Hydras, and if Flamga can get good positioning on the engagement, this Colossi will be able to do a lot of damage. And we do have level 2 upgrades complete now for Flamga. So yeah. I mean, the upgrades make a huge difference, especially when it's 2-0 versus 0-0. And I do look forward to this engagement. Looks like we're about to have it underway as we go through, and really Flamga taking the offensive route, and nice force field production. But I mean, I don't know, I can't really get super excited at the moment because Flamga is blocking his own units. But Flamga doesn't necessarily need to attack, he's just keeping DevilzAngel on the back foot. He does have 2 Colossi with him. He's making a 3rd, if I think he only has 2 on the field. He has 2 on the field and making a 3rd. So more than likely Flamga will just be kind of chilling around here, making sure that DevilzAngel can't leave its base. Because if this Zerg force, where is it? Actually, he's got a lot of drones just sitting here. Interesting. Maybe he pulled them from his 3rd, thinking that the engagement is going to happen. It looks like the 3rd is about to go down. We do have a lot of units coming from the Zerg army, but this third will definitely go down, and DevilzAngel has chosen to retreat, not opting to engage this army, and it's a very powerful, very strong army at the moment. A lot of zealots. They don't have charge at the moment. Charge is being researched. Once they get charge, it will make quite a big difference, as obviously they are a little bit slow. But again, really, DevilzAngel doesn't have the army. He has a lot of corruptors, so these Colossi will be able to go down quite quickly. He is retreating them, and will actually more than likely lose all of them. There are, 11 corruptors on the field, and really, I guess there's a pretty low Stalker count when you come to think about it. The units here, 15, 16 now. There's the 24 zealots, and nice split from Flamga, and you'd feel pretty confident that this engagement is going to go pretty well for him. Those force fields are meaning that those roaches can't get us around, but it is also meaning that the zealots can't as well, but there's GG. So Flamga, really one engagement as my phone calls. I can't answer that phone at the moment. So Flamga taking game number 1. Apologies, I was distracted a few times. But yeah, Devils really was on the back foot the entire game. Wasn't able to put any kind of pressure, and then Flamga, I guess, brought the game to him. And I guess with those upgrades, with the tech lead, a few Colossi, and some nice force fields, really made quite a big difference. So we'll be getting into game number 2 very shortly. DevilzAngel will be picking the map. And as I get some music going. So we'll be back shortly. I guess while we're waiting on DevilzAngel to pick the second map, I will do our shoutouts to our sponsors. As you can see on the screen at the moment, we do have our 3 sponsors currently for the tournament. Juice Studios on the left hand side, our major sponsor for cheap and reliable Australian based web hosting and VPS. Go no further than juicestudios.com.au. On the right hand side, Terra Australis, one of Southeast Asia's most established StarCraft 2 clans. Terra Australis is a perfect clan for any StarCraft 2 enthusiast. Be sure to check them out at www.clan-ta.com. And thank you again to Channel 4 News Team, a group of gaming enthusiasts delivering high quality reviews and previews of games on the horizon. Be sure to check them out at www.c4nt.net. And thank you again for their generous sponsorship. It means that our prize pool is actually 300 in cash, which is awesome, I feel. So 3 lucky gentlemen will be sharing in $300 in cash at the completion of this season. And it looks like DevilzAngel has chosen Metropolis, not to be mistaken with Metalopolis. So I will be starting up the game, or at least creating. Flamga back online. I appreciate that. So we'll get him into the game. Apologies, fading. And both parties are ready, so we'll start the game off straight away. As we get that lovely countdown sound going. I will update the Terra Australis website. Apologies for that after this cast. Thank you for letting me know. And as we jump back into the game, it is Metrolopolis, whatever you call it. Chosen by DevilzAngel, down 0-1 in this best of 3. As I get the scoreboard sorted as well, they are BM, switching them around. And DevilzAngel. Please pause, that works with me as well. Give me time to get this up as we update it now. I think DevilzAngel, yep, Devil paused, so he's maybe got the phone or something. Headset ran out of battery. Oh, and this didn't actually update, so I will update that now. Should be pink now. Flamga says he always goes light pink. It is his color of choice. Mate, there's a GSL version as well. I think this is a GSL as well. Shut up, Speak. I hate you. Anyway, straight into the game. Sporting in our top left-hand corner, we do have our Zerg player. Our down 1-0 in this best of 3. Needs to win this one to take it to a third game. We do have our dark blue Zerg DevilzAngel. And spawning cross positions. As the Terran player in this one, our random player for this set has spawned as a Terran. We do have our light pink, the forever well-known wtFlamga. And so it is a best of 3. If Flamga takes this game, we will take the set 2-0. We'll not need that third game. But equally, if DevilzAngel can claw this one back, we'll get the third and final game. Each game is worth 1 point. Winning a set also gives you 1 point. So we'll have to wait and see. But Flamga getting that defensive back. Interesting. He is scouting straight away, seeing if it is close by air or cross positions. And he will incorrectly scout at the start. Back home, we do have the pool going down. Similar timing to the last game. It will be interesting to see when he gets that gas. And will give us an idea whether he's planning to spewing expand or some variant of that. And it looks like he's en route now to expand. And there goes the hatchery. So Flamga would have just seen that. And he will come around, see no gas being taken and the pool almost finishing. So he'll know exactly what the opening of DevilzAngel is. Like I said, Flamga's main race is Zerg, so he will be able to use the intel he finds up here, I guess, to his advantage, given that he does play this as a main race. I'm not sure how Flamga plays as Terran. I haven't actually seen him play that often. When I played him last week, he did random Zerg twice. He randomed his main race. It was very annoying. Thought I had a chance if I was versing his Terran or his Protoss. And this SCV might actually go down. And he might have been gearing up for, I guess, a fence, like a bunker, trying to force some drones to be pulled, but it doesn't land for him. And actually, Flamga, you so smart. He will be able to take care of this Overlord with ease, unless these Zerglings can come in time, but you'd feel pretty confident that Flamga can do it. He knows what happens with Zerg. And will he actually see it? Ooh, he might not see it yet. And it looks like he's going to see it very shortly as the... and he sees it now, so more than likely that will go down. As the Lings are at the front, they won't be able to come in, but they will scout. If they jump up in the base, we'll see that factory, and more than likely will mean we'll have a reactor Hellion coming out. But this Overlord will go down. It will mean that DevilzAngel actually won't be supply blocked. He has quite a few Overlords on the map. And Flamga running away, won't be able to get home with that one, but did switch over. So we do have reactor Hellions and a tech lab coming down as well as a command center. So that pretty standard reactor Hellion opening, trying to make sure the creep spread is kept to a minimal while you expand yourself. But quite a few Lings have been produced for DevilzAngel. He has 12 in total, so he might be trying to jump up here and do a bit of damage, but these Hellions will be able to reflect this quite easily. Look at the drone count. We do have 20 versus 15 for Flamga. I do note that there are 8 drones on the way, so that will quickly jump back in DevilzAngel's favor. But if Flamga can land this expansion pretty soon, obviously having double mules is quite important. And does he actually see the Lings? I don't think he knows that the Lings are here. And actually, if DevilzAngel jumps up here, we'll be able to... Oh, there's an opportunity, but obviously he doesn't know. But there was a potential opportunity to jump in there. It would be very unfortunate for Flamga if DevilzAngel did run up at that point. But it looks like Flamga is just going to be chilling out the front of the base. He is making a lot of... how many did he make in total? He made 4 in total. And DevilzAngel actually doesn't have much on his side. He has 12 Lings, but they are at the front of his base. Flamga doesn't know that, of course, and he's just roached a few drones and needs to be careful with it. Let the Zerglings in. This could be quite devastating for Flamga. He's going to lose all 3 of these Marines if he's not careful, and the Mule as well. There are being SCVs pulled, and he will have to deal with this. It's not ideal in the sense that if he can get that supply depot up, none of this would have happened. And these Lings won't be able to kill this siege tank. It is getting mass repaired. But again, it was unfortunate timing there. A little bit of damage has been done, but not too much. I think Flamga did pretty well to hold that. But now DevilzAngel thinking that he's fluffed it. It looks like he's got Roach Warren and Banelings. He hasn't really built a Baneling nest. He hasn't really used them. I think maybe he was going for... He says he thought he built a Baneling nest, but he has. Interesting. Maybe he was planning to do a Baneling bust and then thought that he didn't have a Baneling nest, but he actually did. I'm not sure. He does have a lot of roaches out the front, so these Hellions will get taken care of very quickly. But again, DevilzAngel needs to expand behind this. He has 750 minerals in the bank. He's on 2v2 at the moment. He has only just starting speed, so I guess in terms of... He's built basically every starting... building, but he hasn't expanded behind it or really been able to do much damage. We do have siege tech complete, and Flamga looking pretty strong with these defensive rocks and the bunkers, and really he can just macro up a bit, even actually take the expansion if he wants. I just realized we do have island expansions favoring the Terran, you'd feel, and we do have starport as well, so seems like we won't have anything really notable happening for the next couple of minutes. We do have a nice use of the watchtowers from Flamga, but both parties are macroing up. We do have 2 more barracks and a starport on the way, so more than likely we'll see some medivacs coming out on the field. And I'd like to see Devil expand behind this, but it looks like he's going for an all-in the sense that this has to do quite a bit of damage. He is joining behind it, so maybe he will try and expand, but again, it is quite a sizable army, and I'd feel pretty confident that these 2 tanks will be able to do a lot of damage before it can get through these bunkers as well. And this is not looking very good for DevilzAngel. and these tanks would be like to see him target these banelings, but Devils is getting softened up a bit here. And this tank as well, he actually has no access into the base without these tanks sieging up, and we do have a supply depot as well, so it's a hard wall. And I'm feeling very confident with Flamga's play at the moment. Doesn't need to rush anything, and it looks like the army is coming through, but every single time the Devil retreats, he's losing units. And again, he hasn't expanded behind, so it's going to be interesting if he can do anything about this. Even if he holds Flamga in his base, the fact that he isn't expanding behind it means that he has to win with this pressure. I mean, he is getting a lair tech, but again, and it looks like he is expanding now. So it's good to see that he's at least expanding behind it, but these units haven't really been able to do any damage. Obviously, they could have been drones instead. If we look at the income, 50 versus 37, and it would take something pretty big for DevilzAngel to come back from this. He is heavily behind in the drones. We'll have to play quite greedy to catch back up. So it looks like we have a drop on its way for Flamga and engineering base. So we'll be starting those upgrades as well. And we do have level 1 a weapon upgrade for DevilzAngel as well. I keep trying to mix the two of them up, but this could do quite a bit of damage. If you look here, DevilzAngel army is out of position in the sense that if this drop does come, he is getting rid of these destructible rocks, so we'll be able to streamline back in. He's getting a macro hatch as well. But depending where DevilzAngel, if he keeps here, this drop could do quite a bit of damage. We only have one queen in the base, no defensive spine crawlers. We have a spire as well, and Flamga actually could take this out quite easily, and he may actually be. So it looks like he's going for two drops at the same time. And Devil actually isn't reacting at all at the moment. He's reacting finally now, and drones will be going down. Needs to be sure he retreats them. Queen will more than likely survive, but will take down the spire if he wants to. I guess Flamga really isn't concentrating on anything, and yeah, I feel Flamga maybe wasn't paying attention when he did that drop. He could have split his marines, could have stemmed a lot earlier, done a lot more damage. Actually, no, he doesn't have stim, so interesting. I would have thought that he would have waited until stim was finished before he jumped into the base, but he needs to drop this as soon as he can so he can try and get rid of this third. DevilzAngel's army is back on his way home to the third, but he hasn't dropped this yet, and maybe he's not paying attention to it. They don't have any air, so he won't be able to get dropped, but they could have done a lot more damage. I guess that's where I'm coming from, but again, we do have quite a sizable push coming from Flamga now. Look at the unit count, 9 tanks, 27 marines, and 8 marauders with 5 medivacs. It is quite a concerning force. We do have 0-0, only level 1 upgrades being played now. I would have liked to have seen them started a bit earlier, but we do have 6 Raxes coming through as well. And the creep spread actually, or lack thereof, is probably going to hinder DevilzAngel quite a bit. He won't be able to get any kind of speed bangs on the tanks, and Flamga will actually be able to siege up right on the front main line of Devil, and it's looking pretty bad for him. There's a lot of tanks, and I don't think he knows this yet. He does know that there are siege tech up on his front now, but there is nothing he can do. This army is just huge, and it will just unleash hell on DevilzAngel. He has his army. Where is his army at? He is getting infestors now. He's getting 1 muter as well, but it's way too late. This second will go down, and you'll feel a GG coming pretty soon from Devils, as there it is. So I'm not sure exactly what Devils was going for in that game. Maybe, I think he was going for a Baneling bus, and then forgot he built a Baneling nest, and then just ran in with his lings, but kind of that might have thrown him for the game, but didn't really do much after that. And kudos to Flamga, just holding defensively, then pushing out, and going for quite a convincing win. And yeah, that will mean it will be 2-0 in the set. We'll shut this down. I think we do have Champy and Ice Alex coming down a bit later. Champy's just having some dinner, I think. So stick around in the next hour or so. Hopefully we'll have Champy versus Ice Alex. More than likely it will be a PvP. One of the ones we are looking forward to this round 2. But thanks for tuning in. And we might be able to get Flamga to jump in here to cast with me. But nonetheless, thank you again. I will update Fady, I will update Terra Australis, don't worry mate. And hopefully it wasn't too bad. But Flamga takes it 2-0. we'll take all 3 points, and Devils take 0. So